Hey everyone, it's PB at Kotaku. As of recording, it's the beginning of November, and the discount stores are starting to roll out the red tables. What does that mean exactly? Well, discount stores like Ross, DD's Discounts, Marshalls, Burlington, and TJ Maxx expand their toy sections by bringing out extra tables, covering them with red cloths, and then filling them to brim with toys and collectibles. Here's what one of my Ross stores looked like during the 2024 holiday season. Looks like a tornado or a hurricane tore through here. There's barely any room to walk. Crazy, huh? Well, you all know I'm a discount store enjoyer, and rather than just posting hauls, I wanted to try and help out more by giving some tips, pointers, and some random info in regards to discount store holiday shopping. Hopefully, at least one of these things will be useful to at least one of you. Before that, if you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and sub to the channel. Patreon and Supers are also available options for additional support if you feel like I earned it, and of course, I will accept any form of destroying that goddamn dirty squirrel as worthy support. If that stupid face doesn't send you into a cacophonic rage, I don't know what will. First of all, when does Red Table season start? This actually varies between the stores, but Ross appears to be the first to jump in. I've seen footage and pictures from fellow bargain hunters in which their Ross stores had the tables out with toys and collectibles as early as mid-October. In that time frame, I've seen Burlington and DD's Discounts put out the red tables, but it was strictly for Christmas decor. As far as my Ross stores go, not all of them have the red tables with toys and collectibles out yet. If your stores have the tables out without the good stuff, give it a few days or maybe a week, then the ball will get rolling. I'm going to talk about 5 discount stores: TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, DD's Discounts, and Ross. I guess I'll do an honorable mention for 5 below, as they tend to have new seasonal stuff like Squishmallows, but for the most part, the collectibles seem like they're the same all year round. I'm also going to lump TJ Maxx and Marshalls together. From what I've seen during my numerous visits to both stores, there's very little difference between their stock, unlike DD's Discounts and Ross. TJ Maxx and Marshalls start putting stuff out in late October, and as far as collectibles go, they seem to focus primarily on Funko Pop figures. Their selection is usually quite varied, from standard single ones to medium-sized ones, pop rides, and even ones with huge displays. The only thing about the Funko Pops here is they could get a bit pricey, definitely more expensive than other discount stores. I'm currently seeing some standard ones in the $10 range, and that's already pretty close to retail, so it's not looking good. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but for the past 2 years, both TJ Maxx and Marshalls had Loungefly bags up the wazoo. There were so many that I even bought a few myself. They're typically lower than what they cost at retail places like Box Lunch and Hot Topic, and the bags won't have the same pricing across the board. The more elaborate ones tend to be more expensive. I haven't seen much in terms of anime figures at both Marshalls and TJ Maxx recently, so I'm not going to cover that. Marshalls and TJ Maxx tends to have a lot of stuff that has a as seen on TV sort of feel, like overly novel feeling items like mini slot machines, singing fish, or random tchotchkes like gamer LED lights. I should mention that they also tend to sell these mini My Arcade units. They're pretty gimmicky, and it's really more of a display piece than a gaming device in my opinion. Last year they were $20, and we'll see if it goes up this year. Final thing about TJ Maxx and Marshalls, it seems like they like to reveal their cards right away, and they don't put anything new out as the days pass, so what you see at the start is what you'll see at the end. Except for the Loungefly bags, they replenished those before. Now for Burlington. When it comes to this store, they start off with a bang, and a really huge one. When the red tables come out, they are filled to the brim with anime figures and Funko Pop figures. Here's what my Burlington looked like during the 2024 holiday season start. Okay, maybe it wasn't the very first day, but this was filmed in early November and it already looked this insane. As you can see, there's tons of Funko Pops and anime figures, much of it which was reasonably priced. Who knows how it'll be this year. Pretty crazy, wasn't it? I saw a lot of good stuff, and I even found an anime scale figure one time. Burlington was actually the first discount store in which I found an anime scale figure as well. Slight update, I went to my usual Burlington this past Saturday, and while I did see the red tables, things were not out in full force, so I guess things changed at my Burlington this year. As for the action figures, those tend to stay in the dedicated toy sections, which also tend to be full at the official start of the holiday season. Unfortunately, that big bang Burlington starts with fizzles out like a firework. Like Marshalls and TJ Maxx, Burlington lays it all out immediately, then they just let everything dwindle. I don't think I ever saw anything new put out after the initial burst. As for DD's Discounts, their toy section tends to go limp just before Red Table season, but once it starts, it's pretty solid. My DD's discounts don't have the red tables with toys and collectibles out yet, but going off of last year's footage, it seems like they start doing it around the first week in November, so by the time you're watching this, DD's discounts might already be stacked. They tend to have a pretty good selection of anime figures, action figures, and Funko Pops. Unlike Burlington, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx, DD's discounts restocks continuously until Christmas Eve. After that, they just leave everything and hope it gets bought. I've said this before, but Ross is owned by DD's Discounts. There is some crossover between their stock, but from what I've seen, Ross and DD's Discounts are different enough to justify jumping between the two stores. Also, while DD's Discounts and Ross sell the same things occasionally, it's not always at the same time, so if you miss something at DD's Discounts, it might show up later at Ross and vice versa. So if both stores are in your area, think of it as more chances to get what you want. Finally, we're ending with the discount store goat, Ross. As I said before, they could put out the red tables by mid-October, but really, they're firing off on all cylinders by then. Some of my recent finds are testament to that. As I'm recording this, there's all sorts of crazy stuff being found at Ross. The giant Batwings by McFarlane Toys, Motu and Thundercat Skelra, and a whole plethora of NECA Ultimate action figures. And it's not just action figures. Like DD's Discounts, Ross stocks up on a lot of anime figures during the holiday season. As far as last year went, they upped the ante by selling more premium prize figures, pop-up parade figures, and even an anime scale figure. We'll see if Ross continues that this year, and if they do, you'll be damn sure you'll hear it from me. As for the Funko Pop figures, Ross does have a decent selection. It's not as good as Marshalls or TJ Maxx, but the prices tend to be lower, like in the $5 to $7 buckaroo range. I don't know if I said this before, but Ross is the craziest out of all the discount stores. They get the most stuff, and they also get the most trash. I mean, look at it. If your Ross stores looked even crazier than this at some point, let me know in the comments. Ross is basically DD's Discounts on steroids, or alternatively, DD's Discounts is more like Ross Light. Whatever works for you. I've never seen Loungefly bags at Ross, so outside of the collectibles, there's not much else. Also, most Ross stores completely nuke their toy sections on Christmas Eve. For example, here's what it looked like on 2023. And as for 2024, it's going to be quite jarring to see if you're a newcomer, but at least you know what to expect, so don't wait till the last minute to do your shopping. So here's how I would prioritize which discount store to go to, and when. For the first half of November, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Burlington are higher up the list as they put everything out at the start and don't really restock. Ross and DD's Discounts will have stuff, but it'll ramp up gradually. You'll always find something at these stores during most of November. And after Thanksgiving up to Christmas Eve, I would focus more on Ross and DD's Discounts. The good stuff will be hitting routinely, and both stores, especially Ross, will have packed the toy section and red table areas until there's barely room to walk. Remember those shots where you couldn't see the floor because there was so much crap? Those were taken in mid-December. As for the other stores, once you notice the shelves are no longer being restocked, stop going. And that's pretty much what I got for you. Hopefully there's at least one useful tidbit for someone out there. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, sub, hype, and happy hunting out there. It's going to be another great season for bargain hunting. See you in the next one.